Hi, I'm Brian Willett. I'm the Executive Director of Woburn Public Media Center. Now let's go take a look at what's going on today.
Welcome, my friends, and here we are on another Tuesday. It's Tuesday today, Mike, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Now, I got a couple of guys here for the third annual Blues for Veterans, which is usually being held at Library Park, and I'm sure this year is going to be at Library Park again, but I don't want to get into any of the things that they're going to say. So I'm going to start right off with Mike Dever. He's going to give us a background. And then Bill Murray, we'll get to him a little later and see what he's got to offer in this conversation. Mm-hmm. So Michael, give us a little history now. Everything has been going good now for a couple of years, right?
Yes, very well.
Very well.
We started the festival, we started our organization, Blues for Veterans, 3 years ago, and our first fundraiser for that organization, which is an organization made up of mostly veterans, but you know, we were put together to do the Blues Festival, the Library Park Blues Festival, held at Library Park, and raise money for veterans.
We all associate with the time and space of music and the repetition in all of the familiar popular songs we listen to.
Has choruses that they go over.
Exactly, and that's how we learn and that's how we process. So for children with disabilities, the frequency of repetition is incredibly important because it gives them a chance to really learn and master skills so that after that 5th time, 6th time, maybe 17th time of singing the same song, they get it.
Now, you can do this on the side of a couch, an ottoman, a chair, a bed. I just happen to have one of my chiropractic benches I brought in. You can do it any way you want. Here are the rules as you get into it. A nice, straight, flat spine. Do not allow yourself to do this because you'll burn this in. A nice, straight spine. The chin is neutral. It's not up, it's not down, it's neutral. And when you do a one-arm row, you're going to go slow like I'm going slow here. Concentrate on pulling the elbow up to the ceiling. See here? The elbow's up towards the ceiling. I'm imagining a string is pulling the elbow up to the ceiling. And let's start with 10 repetitions.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about how good that menu is.
Well, the most interesting part, you know, you said the other establishments you've been are a little more local.
Yeah.
Dave & Buster's started very local, not in the Boston area, but it started in Little Rock, Arkansas, way before Dave & Buster's even existed. Dave & Buster knew each other. They owned 2 businesses, one across the street from another in Little Rock, Arkansas. And Buster, since we're discussing our cuisine today, owned an eclectic restaurant called Buster's.
Right.
And they had Tiffany lamps and, you know, the best food in the area.
Really?
And that concept blossomed to Dave & Buster's, where you've got everything all under one roof.
Okay, so I'm just going to flip this on its side because it's so thick. And I think I might leave this one alone. I'll leave that one alone. I'm going to leave this one alone. See how our mushrooms are coming. Our potatoes are done. I'm leaving those off in the cool zone. I threw a couple more whole mushrooms in here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to blast this with a little bit of soy sauce to give that little depth of flavor, because soy sauce goes great with beef. So no measurement here, rough measure.
The week's over, the fun's just begun. This song's for you guys. When the lights go down, you're stuck here in this town with nowhere to go, so you escape to the radio. and the home of the brave.
Hay una flor un día en el camino que apareció marchita y deshojada, ya casi pálida, ahogada en un suspiro.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Woburn Host Lions annual Halloween Parade. It's the 61st annual parade, 61st annual. The Malcolm White School is first. Our first float of the day.
And they're the Minions. So it's the Malcolm White Minions here
Malcolm
competing.
White Minions.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven nature sing, and heaven nature sing, and heaven nature sing.
We need to get the word out. There's been too much, and I don't want anyone to take this personal, but in my opinion, there's been too much apathy about this. It's not going to happen to me. It will. At some point, someone in this room will go through this. I had a good friend of mine tell me that you'd be surprised at how many people that you know somebody or have someone in their family that's going through this addiction.
And right before we started filming, I was watching down here, and I don't know what it was, but some big white movement, and I would like to investigate. And I suppose if we had CPA guides,
yes,
one of the guides or some of the guides could be about nature,
absolutely,
some of the birds, the wildlife.
I think along with trail signs telling you what's where and how to get back to your car, because people do get a little panicked, a little turned around, would be some signs explaining what was here. The Historical Society could get involved to explain what is this bridge, what used to be here, maybe with a picture of what used to be here, to make it more like a little some of the kinds of things that they can afford to do with some of the national parks, national monuments, on a smaller scale could be done here.
The Woburn Public Schools take great pride in being a safe place for students to learn and grow. However, it's possible for someone to come onto school property to cause harm or threaten the students, staff, and visitors. The Woburn School Department has partnered with the Woburn Police Department and worked together to promote a safe learning environment. Should the unthinkable happen in our school, we must be prepared, know how to react to help lessen the impact, protect others, and help you survive the event. Recently, schools have been targeted and fallen to horrific events across the country. Realizing this is a growing concern, we need to take measures that prevent injuries and save lives. It's highly unlikely, but you could be in a situation where an armed aggressor threatens your safety and those around you. Today, we want to introduce you to the ALICE system. The acronym ALICE stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. The proper use of these 5 steps can help save your life and the lives of others.
Hello, Joker here, interrupting your local show for my sick pleasure. For your first announcement, I am deeply, truly sorry to inform you that the usual talent for this program will not be seen today. Instead, you can catch them bathing in hydrochloric acid on another channel. With that depressing news, most certainly caused by me, out of the way, let's begin reading the announcements you're probably sleeping through.
So, some supplies you'll need is definitely a hot glue gun. You'll definitely need maybe some candy canes, some awesome ribbon, and of course some tinsel and some garland. So, let's get crack-a-lackin'.
Let's get to it.
Okay.
Carbohydrates, also known as carbs, give you short-term energy and are made of the elements carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Their monomers are monosaccharides, single sugars. Carbs are macromolecules of life. Glucose, fructose, galactose, C6H12O6. Monosaccharides, monosaccharides, glucose, fructose, galactose, C6H12O6. Isomers of each other, same formula but different structures. Isomers of each other, same formula but different structures. Carbs are macromolecules of life. Macromolecules of life.
St. John's Prep fires it in. And Luke Anderson on the right wing. St. John's Prep steals it right in front.
Tommy didn't
Good
even
save
see
by
it.
Tommy. Yeah, through a screen. He was lucky to get a piece of it.
Yeah.
Tina scoffed it up right in front of the goalie there.
Think of a trust as a bucket. Regardless of the type of trust that you decide to do, if you do a trust at all, every trust has 3 positions. The first one is the grantor, also called settlor, donor. Essentially, that's the trust maker, the person that called the lawyer and said, I need or I want a trust.
We have dishes such as pad thai, penne rosa, macaroni and cheese. There's enough dishes such as Japanese pan noodles, Indonesian peanut sauté, and soup, salads, and sandwiches as well.
That's great, isn't it?
Marta, come on. Don
Marta.
Manzelli's daughter. We were wondering where you
Marta, how
were,
are you?
dear.
So
We
good
were
to see you
wondering.
again.
We were.
Oh,
we
I'm
saved the
always
best
running
for
late.
last.
Yes, exactly.
We saved the best for last.
Exactly.
Wonderful. For those who don't know, this is Don Manzelli's daughter, and very proud to have you here
The
today.
one and only.
The one and only.
Yeah.
7th year. Right?
Amazing.
7th year.
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
And I can't
And
believe.
we did very, very well
We
this
made
year.
it already.
I
I
can't
know.
believe-
I know.
Yeah,
We had a
Yeah.
lot of new guests on
Yes,
this year,
yes.
especially from Winchester, which
Yeah.
we hadn't seen in the
Which is
past.
lovely.
So we're getting
Yeah.
great
Oh,
support
that's
from not just Woburn, but from Winchester as well.
Well, I
So
hope Dad had a little hand in that.
I think
you
he
know,
did.
Behind
I
the
thi-
scenes.
he's watching
he was
out
on,
over
He
us.
was on the board of Winchester Hospital. So
Okay.
There
it
you
may very well be that he's twisting a few arms.
Oh, it's wonderful.
From up there.
That's
That's
okay.
right, that's right.
I don't
Whatever he's over.
know.
Thank you for coming on again.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Yeah.
I'm glad I could make it.
Mayor, just want a clarification that the order the council is voting on was the order for $31,500,000.
This one says 32
It
million.
says approximately 32 million.
The
order itself
The
that I
call was
signed.
approximate. The call was for a meeting for approximately 32 because the order wasn't done at the time. The order actually introduced at the meeting last week was for $31,500,000.
That's the order in front of us. That's the order we voted on.
Thank you.
There's a motion to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 9-0.
Welcome, my friends. And today is a very important day in my life. I got out of bed and it sent me right down here to the mayor's office, the corner office. This is a conversation. I have a lot of conversations. And this is the conversations with the executive officer of the city of Woburn, the mayor, Scott Galvin. Now, you may be happy with this job.
Yeah.
Everything seems to be going pretty good.
It's going well.
In the big picture, I think.
Yeah. I think overall the big picture is good, and we're moving ahead with a lot of exciting projects over the next 2 years. We have the Harold Wyman School we're building, and
the
library is going good. And
so you get in there, Great White comes out, they start playing the first song, Desert Moon. The gerbs go off, which are type of fireworks.
Yeah.
When did you know that something's not right?
Well, it was, I mean, it seems like it took a while, but in all reality, it was only a matter of seconds, you know.
The Clap School. Do we talk about that? What does he want the school for? We don't know. We don't have the slightest
Well,
idea.
the idea that I have why he would take possession of the school from the school committee. First of all, the school committee doesn't need to be involved in spending valuable resources for education on a school that's abandoned.
Yeah.
It should go back to the city. City should mothball it until they're ready to just take it down. I mean, it's Article 97 land. It should become a park. I've had conversations with Scott Galvin. He's committed to that.
All right, you people, don't eat too much turkey Thursday morning. Get to the football games down in Winchester. Rocky's gone for his 200 and whatever win, so that'll be interesting. So,
Yeah, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving and next time.